Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. One for all. That's the name of the episode that we're on right now. I do too. Because we had a recall last episode to Toshinori's mentor, Nana. And I get a feeling that we're about to figure some stuff out about Nana. And maybe we're going to see some stuff.
I have a worse feeling than that.
Yeah, I have that sinking feeling, but I don't want to believe it right now, you know? It's just like I'm wanting to believe that everything's going to be all right, but considering all that's happening right now, I don't know.
Considering the fact that this is an anime that clearly does not end this season.
Yeah.
I have a really bad feeling.
Midoriya's about to get a lot of character development.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, it's just like the inevitable thing that's been being talked about, and it seems like this is probably the time.
Yeah. So...
Because I don't think All Might's going to be the one to defeat All For One.
When your shonen protagonist realizes he is in fact the protagonist.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah. That... I had that moment in Full Metal Alchemist. I'm not going to mention the part because Nick... I might want to watch that with Nick if he's interested.
Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah.
I have zero interest in Full Metal Alchemist.
That's fair. I mean, it's just like the other night when I heard Matt talking about he didn't like Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, that's weird.
Now you know how I feel. But it's okay.
I know that Full Metal Alchemist has like a huge following and it's a mainstream anime, but like I've given a lot of the mainstream animes chances whenever I previously was like, I don't know if that would be my thing or not, and I've ended up liking most of them, but I've given Full Metal Alchemist a chance, and that's one I can legitimately say like I just don't really care for.
All I'll say is this. Everyone goes into it expecting Inuyasha. It's not Inuyasha.
I don't expect Inuyasha. I know what it is and what it's supposed to be. I just don't like it. It's
well,
not my thing.
They expect the same level of trash that Inuyasha is. And I say that with complete love to Inuyasha because I watched it in its entirety. But...
That's the guy with the ears, right?
Yeah. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's get into the episode. Here we go.
I want to make a world where everyone smiles and lives together happily. For that to happen, people need a symbol.
A symbol?
A symbol of peace.
Those are some pretty funny ideas you got. You're kind of crazy.
Crazy like a fox.
Our rescue totally worked. A rescue? That's not what happened back there. You idiots just happened to be my best escape route.
You're full of shit.
I'm glad we know more about Bakugo, but why does he just have to still be a jerk?
Pride, dude.
Pride.
It's a killer.
One for all onto you. My master was a true hero. Keep her name out of your filthy mouth.
The way she died was so pathetic. Shall I tell you all about it?
Oh!
Don't let him get under your skin.
Yes, sir.
His quirks and fighting style are completely different than they were.
How is one person so powerful? He's destroyed the city and is more than holding his own against the symbol of peace. Our plan has been thwarted. It's up to you now, All Might.
Tomura has been the one to chip away at society's trust in heroes. So is it fair that I should land the final blow? You took away so much from me, everything I tried to build. That's why I want you to suffer until your last breath and die broken and disgraced for all the world to see.
Oh no.
Shit. I will obliterate everything you protected. First to go will be your self-respect and ridiculous public image. Show the world how pitiful you really are. Symbol of peace.
And the whole world sees it now.
It looks like All Might's been shrunk somehow.
Most of the world has never heard of this fight. I did everything I could to keep the injury under wraps.
Hollow cheeks and sunken eyes. to think that you're their greatest hero. Now the adoring public knows your true form. Try not to be ashamed.
In my heart, I remain the symbol of peace. And there's nothing you can do to take that from me.
Tomura Shigaraki, my apprentice, he's Nana Shimura's grandson.
That explains it.
Okay, so it's not child, but...
That's a lie.
Oh, come now. You know it's the truth. That is clearly something I would do. Where is your smile now?
No matter how scared you are, you should smile to show that things will be okay. In this world, the ones always smiling are the ones who are the strongest.
My God, what would she say if she knew how we turned out?
Don't lose. Keep going.
Beat this sucker! Show what you can do! Win this! Beat him! Come on, All Might!
I'm not done yet. You were right. The hero has so much to protect in this world. Which is why I will defeat you!
When you think you can't go on anymore, look inside.
I must remember
Remember why it is you clench your fist.
where I started.
That's the last of your strength, isn't it, All Might? A wounded hero is a most frightening animal. You have what, 2 or 3 punches left?
Ever?
Are you serious? What the hell's going on with that weak little body? Looks like we stand up and show them why you're better! Endeavor.
If the only reason you're here is to cheer him on, I prefer you to remain silent.
Think again, madman. We're here to assist.
That's our
Family.
job as heroes! You did your best, Mount Lady.
All of you came.
Of course we did. We can't do much. But if we can just help a little, pros and citizens everywhere are praying for your victory, no matter what you look like. You're still everyone's #1 hero!
You can hear them, can't you? Even after everything he's done so far, the entire world continues to cheer you on.
How pointless. Spring-like limbs. Kinetic booster ×4. Strength enhancer ×3. Multiplier. Hypertrophy. Rivets. Airwalk. In order to put you down for good.
Somebody's been playing some Soul Calibur.
Ultimate combination of quirks I have stored up within
Either
you
that
right
or
now.
they
This
played too
will
much as
end
Krauser
you.
from Resident
Oh,
Evil
yeah.
4.
What you're attacking me with is just a lingering ghost, the embers that remain from what you've already passed on. And that fire gets weaker every time you use it. Izuku Midoriya! He's the child you passed one for all
Oh,
to,
crap.
isn't he?
Shit.
I bet he came here without your asking. You have no control over him, do you?
Jesus.
Impact recoil!
Oh no! Oh!
The weak embers inside you are resisting, trying to rekindle some of your former strength. But it's not enough!
Till I finish training young Midoriya. Until
Stop.
he's ready, I refuse to die!
Oh!
You won't be able to stop him head on. Use your wits. He used his right
Ugh.
arm as
Oh,
bait.
God!
But a clever trick. That's so unlike you. Still weak though.
I didn't put my back into it that time!
This power has been passed on
Holy
from hero
hell.
to hero, each praying that it will bring joy and peace to humanity.
Goodbye. All for one.
Damn! Good shot! Holy hell!
Goodbye. One for all.
Oh, man. Holy hell.
The villain's not moving! He's knocked out!
Shit.
The heroes began rescue operations during All Might's fight, but the scope of the damage is staggering. Authorities are estimating a large number of casualties. The villain who caused this is... Oh, there! He's being led into the Maiden right now!
Now. Now. It's your turn.
As far as most people were concerned, it was meant for other criminals. A warning that the symbol of peace endured. But to me, it meant the opposite. He'd used up everything. And now it was left to me.
Damn, man.
How am I supposed to edit that episode?
I don't know, man. God. Woo. That was heavy.
Yep.
Throughout. I mean, Jesus.
That's like probably one of the best episodes of anime I've ever seen.
Same here, man.
I mean, just as far as like a to kind of bookend like that story. I mean, I'm sure there's probably, there might be like a resolution or something like the.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was pretty darn cool.
That was, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That one section where it was going around looking at all the, everyone watching the TV yelling for All Might whenever he made his arm come back as I shed a tear, man, because it just made me realize how much they loved him, how much he meant to them.
Yeah, my eyes have been watering for that whole episode, basically.
Yeah, dude.
At least the whole second half of it.
It's because All Might is this is probably going to be his last time doing something like this. Period.
At least he didn't die.
I'm thankful for that, man.
That.
I was worried about that too, honestly, because I thought there at the end, he would collapse over, next to One for All, and that would be it.
Yeah.
See, I thought All for One was going to end up being the major villain of the whole show for Midoriya, but it looks like they literally just passed it over from the previous generation.
Yeah.
So it's now the new generation of heroes and the new generation of
villains.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
It's like the sons carry on the father's wars.
And
it's if All for One had the chance, he probably would have said basically the same thing that All Might just said, but to Shigaraki, which is now it's your turn, basically. Yeah.
I wonder how they're going to handle One for All, or All for One. Pretty much, I wonder how they're going to handle him.
I have a feeling they're going to try to break him out at some point.
Well, I saw the restraints they had him in. I guess maybe that's the.
I guess they got something that'll work.
I guess. But
did that lady call it the Maiden, like an Iron Maiden or something?
Yeah, I think that was the storage container they were putting him in. Because it looked like an Iron Maiden.
I mean, it's dark, but I mean, they might have to stick that guy in a coma and just keep him. I mean.
Could be sort of like the what's it called?
Oh, it's no big deal. I just
yeah. So and here it is right here. Yeah, it looks like if anything, it's probably like a stasis.
Yeah,
sort of like how in Minority Report. Remember, they never executed anybody for pre-crime. Instead, they just put a halo on them and pretty much put them in suspended animation. And
well, from what we know, I guess I guess the movie, which I'm not sure. I mean, I guess that's a little outside info for the series, but they had the quirk enhancing headpiece, so
yeah,
maybe they have like some kind of quirk dampening something. I mean,
probably. And the creator of the show or of the manga himself has said that the story writer has said that he likes what they did in Two Heroes and he wants to include that and make it more canon. Sort of like how DBZ has gone back and included Broly now, considering how bad the Broly films were, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, he's in here now and it's canon, and they actually made him a pretty interesting character. But overall, I think now we're seeing this passing of the torch quite literally, because it looked as though the embers of his quirk have burned out now. And
I mean, he's done a lot. He can retire. I don't think anybody's gonna be mad about it.
No, absolutely not. I mean, but do you really think he would stand for staying retired in any way?
Well, I mean, I'm sure he'll still teach. I mean, he's got a lot of knowledge to give to Midoriya and other kids. I mean,
yeah, what I just realized too is what he was saying at the end is like everyone took it as now it's your turn, and that was him like saying it to the other villains.
Yeah.
It was like everybody's gonna be kind of like, I guess,
gunning for him.
Yeah, they're gonna be hyped for a little while, but when he doesn't ever come back to save anyone else, they're gonna start to lose faith again, basically.
I wonder if that will be enough to hold out until Midoriya is able to do enough for him to be a full-fledged hero. Because currently he's able to, I think, 5% without hurting himself. Like full cowling, he's able to do 5%. But I would say if he worked himself up to be able to use 20%, that would be enough to handle most criminals out there.
Well, and I mean, other than Kurogiri, the rest of the league are not really that organized. Like, I feel like after Kurogiri, Dabi is like the most proficient, kind of like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Shigaraki, I mean, I kind of get it more now. I mean, that's like a real, like, low ball move. But, like, they're nuts. Like, Toga, she's nuts. The double guy, like, there's literally two of them packed in there,
Yeah.
At least the double guy seems to, like, take orders for the most part.
Yeah. He's sort of like the Deadpool thing, like with his actions, but he does follow orders.
Magnet and
Compress is pretty capable.
Yeah, Compress is.
So Magnet seems probably like the fourth most, I guess,
And then,
in terms of like.
I forget the little frog dude.
Yeah, the little frog dude
the
is just weird
dude.
because he seems like uber worshipping Stain.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's going to end up lining
He's
up.
not.
With
He
their
doesn't seem super
ideals
dedicated
for the entirety of the run.
Well, and Toga was the same way. They came in together. They were both Stain fans.
Yeah.
I just think
She's a little more of an unhinged
Yeah,
Stain fan. Though.
she's
She just likes him because of the blood.
She's bananas.
I think if she's able to get a steady stream of blood, I don't think it matters who she follows.
Yeah.
She'll go with whoever can
Now
get her
she's
the
like,
best
I have
supply.
a crush on that kid, but it's just because I want to see him bleed, basically. So
Yeah.
I don't even know if she cares about Stain at this point. She just seems to have a weird obsessive compulsive thing. So it's almost like how they call it, like
fetish movie.
They took it from like Michael Myers in Dead by Daylight, and there's a thing called Your Obsession, where like one of the survivors randomly gets designated as your obsession, and there's a lot of different mechanics in the game that go along with that.
Yeah.
And it's almost like that kind of thing where she just goes between obsessions and just wants to stab him whenever she has a new one.
Phew. Well, I know she's hot. She's got it bad. She's hot for Deku. But
it is a harem anime.
You keep saying that, and you know what? You're not wrong.
I mean, look how All Might turned up the juice as soon as he name dropped Midoriya. He's like, I know he's your successor. It's like, oh, you gone done it.
It's like,
don't threaten the boy,
Midoriya.
How dare you, precious little broccoli person? Don't you dare lay a finger on him.
Oh gosh. Actually, I wonder if he hadn't picked Deku, if they would have picked a name for him, the Mumbling Broccoli Man. Because all he says, he's just like, what if I do this and what do that there? And then if I do this, then maybe I'll be able to do it. It's like, Broccoli Man, shut up. Sorry.
That would be a horrible superhero name.
Yes. The Mumbling Broccoli Man.
We saw what happens when people get to pick superhero names for you.
Caped
and
Baldy.
One Punch Man.
Oh, gosh. Caped Baldy. Yeah. It's like...
And I wonder if the entire point of that series is just his journey to eventually actually having someone like recognize him as One Punch Man.
Yeah, OPM. He's just... There, like, all of a sudden, it's just like, wait a second. He beat him in one punch. I thought his name was
The very
Caped
last
Baldy.
episode, it'll just be like... He's like, why do people call him Caped Baldy? And it's like, you know what would make a lot more sense? And he's like, what? It's like, One Punch Man. It's just like, oh, that's the end of the series.
Actually, it would be even better if they used, like, the theme from the original. It's like, what would you... It's like... I was like, why do they call him Caped Baldy? I don't know. Don't you think a more fitting term would be One Punch?
So they literally ended up like on that, like cut them off.
Yeah.
So I think a better name would be something like One Punch. Just
yeah. And then like do like a highlight reel of the series as it went through, and then end it on him just being like, once again they give me a stupid name.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or just come back to it and just like it's like, nah, that's a stupid name too.
Yeah. But that was hands down one of the best. Like you said it, Nick. That's probably the best episode of the series so far for me.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been some gut-wrenching episodes so far, but this one's
going to be a huge problem for me to edit into a 10-minute slice because, in my opinion, like almost everything that happened and was said in the episode was kind of important, and it was sort of like masterfully done, in my opinion. So
yeah,
it's going to be really hard to have to go through and like take shit out of that because you're not going to get the full experience of this episode watching it cut down like I'm going to have to do to
yeah,
it. So
the pacing was masterful.
Yeah.
How they had the pacing in this episode was beautiful.
So if for some reason you were only experiencing this series through watching us react to it and reacting to the edited versions, you need to go actually watch this for yourself.
Yeah.
So this is like, worth watching all the way through.
Yes.
In its entirety.
So yeah, if you want to check it out on Hulu, I could definitely recommend Hulu because it's got both the dubbed and subbed versions. And also if you want, if there's other means out there for you to watch it, I cannot recommend, but they are available. Yeah, go for it. But for now...
Oh, shit, I forgot Neo 2 is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Still need to beat the first one.
So, again, everybody, thank you all very much for tuning in. And I guess until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
Micah.
I'm Nick.
Now it's your turn.